Welcome back to an all new episode of Point of View. Today we're kicking this week off with our guest co-host Danielle. Hey girl. We're always excited to have you. We have a lot to get into. Coming up, LL Cool J's wife shares the secret to keeping their 29-year marriage strong. Wow. And we're breaking it all down. Come on. Plus, Gen Z is on track, allegedly, to becoming the wealthiest generation. But how? And later in Mind, Body, and Soul. And we also have Unpopular Opinion. Two conversations you definitely don't want to miss. So come in, join the discussion. You're watching POV. Here, back in the day and even now, ladies have always gone crazy for LL Cool J. For me, it was the infamous lick. Yeah. But one thing people often forget, he also has a beautiful wife, Simone Smith. They've been going strong for 29 years and counting. So what's the secret? Simone recently shared how she keeps her marriage solid, even with a sex symbol husband. Let's take a look at what she had to say.
I'm married to a sex symbol. I've had my times where I would be going off and, mad at this one because they looked at him this way. And, but that was years ago. Todd and I got married in 95. I've always been confident in who I am. So I know what I bring to the table as a wife. So, I got to a point where women will come up to me and they'll be like, oh my God, your husband is so fine. And I'll be like, girl, I know. You think I could get a picture with him? Sure, go on and ask him for a picture. Just don't be disrespectful. Mm-hmm. The disrespect I can't deal with. I'm married to a sex.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Listen, I've always loved me some Simone. She is so graceful. Women just ain't built like this these days, because I can't imagine any of these Gen Zers that's allegedly gonna have all this money being so graceful to say, okay, girl, don't worry.
Well, she said she used to be a wild thing back in the day. She used to be the one that used to rile up. But girl. Yeah, but then she kind of calmed down. Yeah. My thing is, like, when I think about dating a sex symbol, right? Like somebody who is like super popular, like really like out there, and like that is their career, is to be like wanted and like lusted after, and people just like like come up to them and just be like, hey, can I take a picture? Like like what is too far? Like how much of a arm grab, like how much of a chin grab, like how much of that can you take before it's just like,
can you
girl,
imagine if it was like how Chris Brown does his backstage passes?
Yes. But he is a single man.
Yeah.
He's a single. Chris Brown be taking
even when
it
he
too
wasn't,
far
Chris Brown gonna get your money's worth, baby.
Facts.
Yeah.
Them people be ready to risk their own.
If they pay $1,000 and he be kissing them, he be picking them up. Listen. Like he be doing a lot.
Wow.
But LL Cool J, because this is like back in the day.
Okay.
I don't know if I could have like married a sex symbol and been like in a serious relationship, because I am very selfish, right? So I know you doing things.
Here's the
But
thing.
I think it really comes down to him, though.
Correct. That's what I was about to say.
It comes down to his behavior, him letting
Y'all
people
don't think
know.
he was having sex?
Him letting people know when it's too far. Him protecting his relationship and his stuff.
And respecting
She
his
can't walk
relationship.
around holding his goods.
Correct.
He have to be responsible.
Nobody
for
answered
his
my
goods.
question at this table, so I feel like we're all on the same
we
page.
don't know. We don't know.
No, what I do want to say is,
okay.
what a day when the tables turn, for real, right? Because LL Cool J has been this sex symbol for all of their marriage and lives, right? But now look at him. His wife is aging completely gracefully. She looks absolutely beautiful. And now he's finally aging. So she low-key is a sex symbol in my eyes, because she looks ageless. LL Cool J he's still fine, but he looking a little swollen, little alcoholic.
Swollen is crazy.
You said alcoholic?
Yeah, they be drinking over the years.
Girl, please.
But listen, married or not, my question is, I know a lot of times, some of us like to think that, because, we are or aren't married, that we can't weigh in on the question. But what do you guys think the recipe is for a successful marriage?
Respecting your partner. First and
100%.
foremost.
For sure.
Like, you can't expect someone or someone like on the outside to respect your marriage or your relationship if you're not respecting it.
Yeah,
100%.
that goes for any relationship,
Correct.
honestly.
Correct.
I think faithfulness, loyalty, communication.
Absolutely.
And, you know, all that would encompass the trust would encompass that. And I think that's what it really takes. If you can just really forge that relationship where it's just you two and the world is just on the outside, I think it can really work. I mean, I've said yesterday, I think marriage is a beautiful union. It's wonderful if we could just stay together. So I'm glad they stayed together. Thank you, LL Cool J and Simone.
Yes, yes. And I know I was joking about LL Cool J, but I was one of his biggest fans back in the day. Okay? But I remember at one point, if I'm recalling properly, that his wife did battle with cancer. Really? Yeah. And so thank God that she was triumphant by the grace of God. And so I can only imagine the level of, you know, she is very confident, but the level of support that he also had to give to her. So I think that does speak about the balance in their relationship. And I think one thing that, you know, relationships back in the day kind of really had over now, with the lack of social media, even though they had paparazzi and all these other things, they still managed to keep like a little hidden aspect to it. We didn't know everything that was going on.
Not for everybody, but majority.
I had a who's all out there?
I had a flashback of granted, we knew he was never faithful, but I had a flashback of Notorious when Faith Evans came up in that hotel room.
Oh, girl.
And you know, they had their ways of finding out. She called somebody. Hold on, watch the baby real quick. And came to that hotel and baby ain't had no social media, but she knew something was up.
I wonder if LL and Simone have had their story.
Right. Probably.
Yeah, probably. I hope not, though. I don't even want to
hope
know. Don't tell us.
I want to know.
Don't tell us, baby. Leave it to the imagination. But in other news, a recent study shows that Gen Z is on track to becoming the wealthiest generation in history. The report says that they will stack up $36 trillion in just 5 years. But here's the catch. Many are still struggling in rising living costs and the tough job market. So much is going on. I remember when they said that millennials was going to be the richest generation. So I really don't trust these predictions. But well, how y'all feel about it?
Well, it's such a contradiction because one, they say they're going to be, then it says, well, but they have to get on track because it's this, is that, they're spending twice as much, rising costs. So I'm not quite sure what that statement is. It's contradictory.
I feel like a lot of them though have, well, two things. One, they're kind of like our generation a little bit where, like, if they do have a job, like, they're not staying at that job if they don't feel appreciated. And
oh, my God,
baby.
And then, two, a lot of this generation are very, like, because they're so social media driven and stuff, like, I don't want to say they're hustlers, but, like, they're getting the brand ambassador money. They're doing this content creation. They're doing, you know, just all these things that have to do with social media and all of this, to where it's like they're gonna get money regardless, like the stuff that they do regular. Like people making thousands of dollars on reviewing hair and getting wigs sent for free, and they not spending a dime.
Yeah, no.
Where my brand deals?
Hello,
I got influence too.
Hello. But a lot of them are on that, and they are making money. Like even they on TikTok, like they'll post how I made, like, you know, $32,000 or whatever it is with like just getting on wigs, and they'll show like the payments and stuff. Like some of it could be fabricated.
Right.
But for the most part, it's not, because they're actually doing stuff and they showing the packages and stuff. Like their stuff is coming. Like they got the views, they have the people, they influence the people to buy the wigs. All they had to do was style it and put it on, and boom, they made money.
I get that, but I guess my concern is, like for instance, back in the day, and I don't know if you guys remember, you know, quite a bit of years ago, when you didn't have to have certain qualifications like college degrees to get jobs. And now it's like, you know, the standard has been lowered a little bit more with social media, content creation, all of these things. And in the event that content creation is not what it will be in the years to come, what skills will, you know, Gen Z have?
It would just be a beautiful face.
I'm telling you, man.
And most of them are not a beautiful face. They're just funny.
Lord, listen, I hope they spend this money well, because, you know, my sisters and siblings and cousins, family members, friends that I have that are part of Gen Z, baby, they spare no expense. When I tell you every drink, every crab leg they eat is cute.
Not crab leg.
Listen, it's cute. They do not play. So as much money as they are making, baby, they are spending it down.
Yeah, they are spending it fast.
Yeah, so how do we think the latest technology in AI has been beneficial to Gen Z as far as wealth?
Baby, they using Chat GPT for everything.
Oh yeah, me too. I also think with the tech, I mean, tech is always changing. It's forever expanding. And you have like quantum computing that's, on the rise. You have blockchain that's on the rise. So I think in tech, they will definitely always be there because tech is integrated into everything. Healthcare, integrated into
The mark of the beast.
yeah, and law, whatever we're doing. I mean, you have even some AI that'll read contracts for you and, take out what you need to remember, what's important. So you have
God.
AI
They'll
that's
even
doing a lot
make
of
legal
things.
documents for you.
It will do
Wow.
it. It
Girl,
will do it.
know if
stop
I trust
playing
that
it.
now.
But it will do it. Well, you can tell it. You can talk to act as this
I've seen
expert.
it.
See, I'm
Yeah,
a person that
seen
has
it.
not used Chat GPT
Oh,
as much as
it's
everyone
actually,
loves
it's
it.
actually very helpful.
I believe that, but I think I'm like I'm a good writer. I think of things like
Yeah,
quick,
you
so I
wanna
never
use your
really
own
had
real
to.
mind.
Yeah, and I never really had like, dang, how should I say this or what? Like I just think about it and then I'm typing.
So you super smart. You your own chat GPT.
Right, okay.
I am. I like to
We
think
need to
that.
start calling Danielle instead of typing it in ChatGPT.
Listen, one day, literally, I was, asking ChatGPT something, and I heard God say, "Clear as day, talk to me like that.
Ooh.
Ask me like that."
That's
I was like, all right.
Close it right now. Close the app right now.
Well, then what you say, God? And make me this document real quick. But anyways, God is more than able. He did do it, and God, yes, I respect it. Anyways, we got to take a quick commercial break. No discredit to you, God. I ain't playing with you. After this coming up, we have Mind, Body, and Soul and Unpopular Opinion. Stay tuned. Of course, you're watching POV.
Ooh, what's up, social media family? Y'all almost caught me slipping. But it's Tuesday and I got a question. Is it a question?
It's a game.
No, it's a game, right. I'm so sorry. So we don't got a question today, maybe tomorrow. Today we're gonna play We Listen and We Don't Judge. Okay, so I'm gonna start, okay, right? We listen and we don't judge. Say it with me. We listen and we don't judge. I'm up here with a broken nail because I broke my nail yesterday and I have been proudly walking around just like this. We listen and we don't judge.
Sometimes when nobody's looking, I have this one juice bottle with this juice that we make at home that I be drinking straight out the carton, but
We listen and we don't judge.
Well, sometimes when I'm by myself, I like to use expletives in my head. I like to say them too, and I like to use the N-word to pretty much describe everything and everyone.
We listen and we don't judge.
Okay, so
Quickly, Danielle.
at any given moment, I'm gonna watch a kids movie. I don't know if that's really a good one, but
Oh,
I'm gonna
no.
watch
Me
me.
too.
I love kids.
We can
movies.
change.
oh, so we can hang out, baby. We
Just
can hang
pick
out.
on me.
Or anime. We listen and we don't judge.
judge.
Okay, y'all. So we listen at POV and we don't judge y'all. So drop down in our comments whatever you want us not to judge you on, and maybe we won't. But for now, let's get back to the show.
Welcome back to the show. Thank you for sticking with us through commercial break, you guys. Now we're getting into our next segment. This one is all about health and wealth. And we know we are always looking for ways to maintain a healthy lifestyle. So let's get into mind, body, and soul. All right, so let's talk about it. This whole wake up at 5 a.m. to be successful trend, you've probably seen it all over social media. While people are claiming this is the ultimate key to success, some swear it's life-changing, while others say there's no way they could ever adapt to this lifestyle. So what do we think? Is the 5 a.m. grind really worth it, or is it just another social media trend that people won't be able to keep up with? For me, y'all, I'm not going to yai.
Okay.
If you know, I'm not going to yai. I wake up at 6:15 to take my son to school on the other side of town, and then right after that, I go and open my content studio and just check on it for the day, and then the day gets started from there. But I really wish that I could get up at like 4:35 and go to the gym, because once I get up and that day started, there is not a second available for the gym with me. And so I do believe that if I could get on trend with this, I could really be productive. But I don't know.
I woke up 5 this morning, but I took a nap at 9.
As you should. You ain't wrong.
I mean, if you wake up that early, now you got time for a nap.
You need a nap. If you waking up that early.
Yeah, I like my sleep so much. I don't know, y'all. Like, I feel you, Tally, on going to the gym and really making that a part of like your daily routine. I definitely want to do that. I did just recently get back into the gym, and my homegirl hit them together. She got a banging body, right? Like Tiana Taylor, like really nice, right? So I'm like, yes, girl, sign me up. I'm thinking we're gonna go to the gym at like 10:30, 11, noon. This girl said 6 a.m. I'll be at your apartment.
Baby, she didn't get that gym sleeping around eating chips all morning long.
I know.
She did
I
that
was like, girly pop, what? I don't know, but I'm gonna join her, and I'll let y'all know tomorrow how it goes.
Okay. So I've been doing like I'll go to the gym around like 6 or like get up at 6. I am not a 5 a.m. girly, but I can do 6. And I used to be like, I'm not a morning person, which I'm still not, but like give me 7, 8, but I would work. So I was like, let me do 6. But the one thing I can get up for at 5 a.m. is a flight.
Oh,
I know that's right.
I know that's
I'm gonna be there.
I'm gonna be
on
there.
time.
I'm gonna be on time.
I'm gonna be early to make it to
at my
Starbucks.
gate, eating.
I'm gonna make it to Starbucks and then get to my gate.
Absolutely. That's
Every
all.
time.
That's one thing.
I'm not gonna yai. Okay?
Please don't yai
I'm not gonna
today.
yai. I judge people that, like, if you call them 9:30, 10 o'clock, they still sleeping. Baby, you better know I'm judging you. Automatically, I think you ain't got no business.
On the weekends,
So we're no longer playing. We listen and we don't judge.
I'm judging you. If you're asleep at 10 o'clock in the morning, you ain't making no.
So I can't
I'm taking a nap
on a Saturday.
On a Saturday, maybe.
Baby, don't call me. I
I
might
took a
be
nap
asleep.
at 9. You judging me now?
Napping. You was up at 5. No, you was on your business.
All right.
Yeah. You gotta take it
That's
out.
what I make sure.
But listen, what's our question on the role that social media plays in pushing these productive trends? Do they really motivate us and make us more self-conscious?
No.
I think they're a little motivating. I'm not gonna lie. Like seeing the girlies on TikTok that are really getting up and handling their business all before like noon. Like I think it's admirable, for real. I wish I had that type of discipline to do it on a daily basis. But also my job don't require that. You know what I'm saying? It don't require me to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. What do I need to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning for unless I'm going to the gym? But then the gym is 24 hours, baby. I don't have to go.
No.
But I don't have to.
If I wake up as early as
don't.
5 to go to the gym, best believe I'm coming home, taking a shower, and I'm taking a nap.
I'm taking a nap.
Before I log in at 8:30.
But you're not
I work from home,
supposed to though. Like once you up, like and you go to the gym, you're not supposed to relax your
So they
muscles
say
like
it
that.
gives you energy and all that. But when I'm up at 5 o'clock, I work from home. Now I'm in my hour online meeting, falling asleep because they want to have a meeting and they on California time and it's
keep
1
up with the
o'clock,
TikTok
and I'm
girlies.
sleepy.
And I'm gonna be up until 10, so I do need the nap. Yeah.
Listen, I'm done with y'all and all these naps. Like I told y'all before, I probably haven't had a
very sleepy
nap in
girl.
about 15 years. Okay, so y'all tell
Got
me.
kids.
Right.
Y'all
You
tell
don't
me
get
how
no
that goes. But studies have shown that waking up early can improve mental clarity, boost productivity, and even enhance overall health. So I'm not gonna yai. That's the word for the day. I'm not gonna yai. I think I'm gonna try it.
When? Try what?
Tomorrow.
Waking up at 5?
Yeah, because I normally get up 2-3 days a week and get on the prayer line at 6 a.m. Well, 2 days. But I've been missed it a few times. But, God, I be on there. Even if I get on a little bit late, I'll be on the prayer line. And that's another thing. If y'all want to get up at 6, I got a good prayer line for y'all. DM me on Instagram. I'll send it to y'all.
It's good to get up at 5, though. You can get a lot done. It's quiet. You can spend time with the Lord. You can collect your thoughts, and you can keep moving forward. Take your little nap and get right back to it. It's good.
Yeah, no, 100%.
5 is
oh
lovely.
yeah, oh yeah. Wake up, give God some time, and He'll tell you how to spend the rest of that day outside of napping. Because none come to a sleeper but a dream.
Judging us in our
She's
naps
shading me
now.
on the nap.
You're judging us in our naps.
She's shading.
So, what's the healthiest habit that you've always wanted to incorporate into your daily routine?
More exercise for me. More exercise.
More, that's a good, more exercise, taking breaks, and eating on time, not eating the carbs, and just really being productive throughout the entire day besides those times. Yeah, that's.
Now, what does not eating the carbs do for you?
It helps to keep your weight down.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Love a good carb.
And, that's what it is.
I'm so done with y'all.
I just be wanting to know because I feel like people can eat what they want.
For me. No, you can't eat what you want, Julie.
What?
It's the Haitian food and the seafood and that's
You can't eat what you want if you
go to the gym. That's why I be want to go to the gym.
If you go to
the
but
gym
most of
and
us
you take care of yourself and you
most
don't
of us are
overeat.
just dreaming about going to the gym, honey. And
I
then
agree.
there's some of us that go to the gym for picture purposes. You know how most go to social media. You can't eat what you want, or you just going to the gym to snap a picture. Now you ain't gonna lose no weight.
I'm eating what I want
because they like
and I'm
it
going
they
to the
fine.
gym to snap a picture and I'm working out while I'm there too.
No, ain't
Some of us
nothing,
are
ain't
doing
nothing
it
wrong
all.
with it. It's good
Right,
also to
somebody
track
asked
your,
me that.
your progress and accountability.
It's
but
accountability.
Yeah, but my fiance was telling me the other day he literally sees girls that come in the gym, take the picture, and they're out of there.
Yeah, do the whole content like
My
they're actually
God.
doing something.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm telling you, it's
Cute
crazy.
outfit.
Yeah, but you notice it when you see them in the street and they don't
Right.
look like their Instagram picture.
Girl,
But I look crazy when I go to the gym.
Your
you
post
taking
saying that you was in the gym every day. What happened?
Exactly.
Impossible.
Exactly. They was in that Starbucks drive-thru getting them 2 croissants and that double frosting.
up.
There you go. There you go. All the carbs.
Or it came too quick and then all of a sudden you was like, well, that was quick. And you already know what happened.
But all right, y'all, let's get into our final segment of the day, unpopular opinion. So y'all know we like to fill y'all in on the craziest stories. Listen to this. If a pilot forgets their passport, the passengers should get more than a $15 meal voucher, right? It wasn't
For
15%. Imagine being 2 hours into your flight thinking you are well on your way to China and then you're headed right back because the pilot forgot their paperwork. Sir, you had one job.
Literally.
So was a $15 voucher enough for this inconvenience? This is literally what just happened on
not.
United
Absolutely not.
Airlines flight.
Absolutely not.
All that
Please.
United Airlines collect $15, you need to give people a ticket to China, a ticket to anywhere they want to go.
And this is why United Airlines is not a popular.
That's what
airline.
I'm telling you. I've been
And not for the
forgetting about
people.
them because JetBlue and Delta would never.
Okay.
Can't even bring up Southwest no more. Jesus.
Lord,
Yeah.
honey, and Spirit, do they even exist?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
All right,
Hey, you ain't seen a Spirit flight fall out the sky.
Okay.
They
I'm
go
with
down.
you when you're right, sister girl.
They all right with me.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like human error happens in every profession. Y'all gonna leave me alone with this. I'm not gonna yai. If y'all don't know, I'm not gonna yai. It comes from Jada Waiter on Instagram. Her son, Loyal, he's always saying, I'm not gonna yai. So we ain't yaiing. But human error happens in every profession. And when it comes to something as crucial as flying, should the stakes be higher for this type of mistake? Like, what do you want? If this happened to you guys, what would be fair compensation?
A ticket.
A free
Yeah,
flight.
at
Give me a
the
free flight
minimum.
round trip
At minimum.
anywhere.
At the minimum, flight.
Yeah.
And upgrade me to first class.
Yeah,
They can't
something.
upgrade
I'd
everybody to
probably
first class.
sue
Well, I said
airlines
me. I said everybody.
or something because what are the odds of a pilot actually not traveling with the proper documentation,
Right.
knowing that you're going somewhere outside of the United States? What are the odds? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like,
Like that's even as
this
simple
was
as
your
having
mistake.
your stuff right, like going into the office where you have a badge to get in the parking garage, to get in your office, something like that, and you forget that. Like you have these things that you know you need to have when you go to work. Can you imagine like packing your whole bag.
Yeah, you're not
and
just
not
driving
having
down
your
the street.
passport and your documents.
it
I mean, no,
costs
it
people
happens.
time.
Yeah, it happens. But as
This
a
the
pilot,
first
as a
time I've ever
pilot,
heard
that's
it.
like a pastor of the flight. You need to be a little bit more accountable than that.
Hello.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, but what's the worst flight inconvenience that you guys had? I know we're running out of
Time.
time.
Oh.
Delayed
The worst,
flight.
cost you time.
delayed
Delayed
flight.
flights.
Delay.
Or
Oh my god,
cancellation.
delayed flights get me so mad, especially if they put you on a plane and they take you off the plane, then they put you back on the plane,
my
and then they
God.
take you
Yes.
off the plane again. That happened to me when I went to Puerto Rico recently, and I was so upset. Our flight was delayed 6 hours,
Oh my
wow.
God.
and they
That's
deplaned us twice.
That just happened to me in New York, but our flight was delayed and then it got canceled. And of course we were pissed because it didn't put us back. You know, sometimes it'd be a whole
Yeah.
day, like that could be the last flight or something. But what I've learned, growth.
You ain't
I
gonna
don't
get
even
nowhere
get
you
mad.
ain't supposed to be.
I don't even get
Right.
mad no more
Probably
because
protecting
everything
you.
happened for a reason.
Yeah.
I didn't get on that plane. That flight was canceled. Something happened.
I'm
because
telling
I
you,
wasn't supposed to be on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of my sisters passed in London, and so we were all going down there for her funeral. And then I think it was Irma, one of them fake hurricanes. They're gonna say fake hurricane, Lord, because you spared us. That's why it didn't come. It wasn't
Amen.
fake.
Amen.
But they said the hurricane was coming, and so we didn't make it down for her service, and that was really, heartbreaking. But
Right.
Yeah.
I guess we wasn't supposed to be there. So God rest her soul on that. But we're wrapping up Women's History Month here, and we wanted to leave you guys with a quote: "Every great dream begins with a dreamer. You have to have strength, patience, and passion to change the world." So thank you guys for watching POV. We'll catch you here tomorrow night only on Afro TV. Good night.